And then tonight, the NBA Finals start in Oklahoma City, with the Thunder being a 9.5-point favorite over the great, gritty, tough Indiana Pacer team. Now, this graphic is filthy. D-Bone was in his bag, I believe, is what people would say. Whenever you talk about not utilizing the luxury cap, it's like the first time two teams in a final since 2004 haven't spent over what the salary cap is, haven't bought their team. These are two teams that have been built in similar fashion. Second time in NBA Finals history that both teams had 25 or fewer wins 3 years ago. These teams have built from the bottom, come all the way up to the top. They play together, and it should be electrifying, just like the NHL Finals. We're lucky to be talking about all of that.
9.5 for the Thunder is an absolute huge spread as far as the NBA Finals is concerned. Thunder are minus 700 to win the series, but let's not forget, Pacers, they go into Cleveland for game one of this year, down 9.5. It was same for the series, minus 700 against the Cavs, and they won game one. Obviously won game two, won the series. So the Pacers are not, they're not ashamed to be a minus 9.5. They are not afraid to win down 9.5.
Now, they were born being a 9.5-point underdog this year, especially with how they've been talked about, or lack of conversation about them. I mean, anytime a poll comes out and says, hey, you're superstar, most overrated guy in the entire league.
Tough.
Anytime you're not put on national television, even when it's the playoffs, they had them on True TV. They played iRobot over the Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs this year. That was the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Cleveland Cavaliers had to feel disrespected. The Indiana Pacers are just sitting there going, what about us? What about us? What about them? They've become inevitable. Let me give you some stats here. This is from Hembo. Shout out to Hembo.
Shout out.
No team has ever shot 55% from two and 40% from three in a single postseason entering the finals. The Pacers are at 56% from two, 40% from three. That is an offensive juggernaut. Tyrese Halliburton has scored 11 points in 135 career half-court matchups with Lou Dort as his primary defender. That's not good.
No, Lou's a player.
The torture chamber is what they call Lou Dort. And Q Rich, I believe, said he'll be fascinated to see who Dejanot puts Lou Dort on. Will you go on Pascal or will you go on Tyrese? Because basically whoever he decides to take out of the game, this is Revis Island. This is see you later. You're done for the series. In the last 40 years, Tyrese Halliburton is the only player to do both in a single postseason. 150 assists, 5 times more assists than turnovers. He has 156 assists, 31 turnovers.
Wow.
Jeez.
Nobody's ever done it. We'll talk to Chris Paul about that here in a matter of moments. Turnovers this postseason, the Thunder have 188. Their opponents have 288. That minus 100 margin is already 21 more than any team ever in the history of a postseason. So you're talking about a dominant defense in this Oklahoma City Thunder, but they also take over on the offensive side. It should be a great game. Speaking of great games, Solo FC and the Speedy Turtles are getting after it behind us. Beautiful setup here. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Ty, I see the Tyrese Halliburton shirt on. Is that a homage to what's going to come tonight, or just public support?
I think I don't know if Oklahoma City's going to choke, but you could say quite a bit of public support. You mentioned it. I mean, they did this with the Knicks and Pacers series. Everyone picking the Knicks. Hey, there's no way the Pacers can win. They did it with the Cavs series, and the Pacers just keep winning. And then, will and behold, we get to the finals, and it's the same thing. Hey, why are we even playing? Oklahoma City is going to beat the hell out of these guys. They have no chance. All of their players need to play perfectly, have the game of their lives. So the Pacers are battle tested. They're ready to go. They understand. They've been through, this song and dance the last several rounds. So, yeah, I'm very excited for tonight. Coming off an unbelievable Stanley Cup Finals game last night.
Sports.
Exactly. We're in it now, boys. And
TST happening.
Exactly. We got Hope Solo in between the pipes behind us right now.
That fan base, we've allegedly been told, best in all of NBA.
Allegedly, huh?
I mean, it's competitive.
See that hat you got on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, it's being alleged. I've never experienced it myself. I could see, and on TV, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
What would a championship mean for that city, and why is that team perfect for that city, seemingly?
Everything. I'm sure there's the same things you would say about the Indiana fan base, about everybody just being, hard working. And I played my rookie year in Oklahoma. My first 2 years in the NBA, I played in Oklahoma because I got displaced with Hurricane Katrina. So I literally grew up there, right? My first 2 years in Oklahoma City. Then I had an opportunity to go back when I left Houston. And the fans there are just genuine. They love their team, right? They love their team. They appreciate you if you played for them before, but when you come to play against them, they're about their team.
Let's talk about SGA and his crew. Obviously, an incredible. He's 6'6", I guess. I didn't know that. I had no idea he was 6'6" from watching him play, because all the NBA guys, you know this, are so abnormally tall.
So tall.
Yeah, let alone Wemby.
Me too, right?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's when I see you. You're a tall, actual human.
Yeah.
You know, walking amongst us, this tall guy.
Yeah.
On a basketball court, absolutely absurd. I had no idea SGA was 6'6". Can you talk about his development from whenever he got there to what he is now? And is that the team you're picking, I assume, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the NBA Finals?
I ain't picking nothing. You know what I mean?
No, say it with your chest, dude.
I'm going to tell you straight up, because, I'm a fan of the game, not even trying to BS you, but one of the assistant coaches for the Indiana Pacers was in my wedding. He's like my brother.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Gennaro Pargo, who I love, that's my brother. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be a hard-fought series. Obviously, I definitely have ties to OKC with Shea, with Lou Dort, with the coaches, with Sam Presti, all those guys. But I'm gonna definitely pull up to a game to see it.
Can't wait to see you there. Can't wait to see the reaction. Let's talk about Tyrese Halliburton. I feel like he is an old school point guard.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably feel the same way. I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah.
Whenever they look at his stats, I feel like his points are always the first thing that people attack him for. He is the facilitator for that whole team, though, and he loves that position. Is that normal in the modern NBA? And how do you view Tyrese's game?
Man, he just plays like with a spirit, with a joy. You know what I mean? And you can tell, anytime you see a point guard, you can tell how they are when you look at their teammates, right? So his teammates, they always know they're going to get the ball at the right time. He's going to make the right play. So it's a fun way to play. But actually, my favorite player on their team to watch probably is Nembhard.
Dude, he get headbutted by Jalen Brunson.
Well, he's a two-way player. You know what I mean? He plays defense. He takes that assignment night in and night out, but also he'll go get a bucket if you need him to.
Pascal Siakam, also insane. He can run. That team runs. How many? I think Oklahoma City probably known for the same thing. Is there teams that you guys know, like a Carlisle team, for instance, this team is going to run, and how do you prepare for that? Is there?
It's tough, man. The Pacers are like that. They play fast, right? And the thing is, any great team, they want to figure out what their identity is. And that's what the Pacers figured out, and that's what OKC figured out. OKC's so good. Shea's out there, Jalen Williams out there, but all of those guys, they star in their role. They defend, and they have fun playing defense.
9-time all defensive selection. Should have been 11.
Should have been.
Or 12.
Maybe even 13. How many years you been in the league?
Just finished 20.
Oh, yeah, definitely just 12. Those first 7 years. AJ has a question for you.
Yeah. So if you were coaching the Pacers, how do you beat this Oklahoma City team? We hear no matter how much the Pacers want to run, OKC can run. They can kind of do whatever you want, whatever version you want to play.
Yes, your scouting report. You're a point guard. You're a coach on the court.
Because it does kind of seem like to take on OKC and beat them seems like it's a very, very difficult task right now. How would you go about attacking them, I guess?
What's interesting is watching Indiana play in the playoffs, right? Even when they played against the Knicks, most people, if you talk hoops with them, they like, man, look at the score of this game. Usually the playoffs are a lot slower, low-scoring games. I think it was tough for the Knicks to beat them because you look at it still looked like a regular season game. So I think that's a lot of credit to Indiana in continuing to play at that pace. And that's hard to do, especially in the playoffs when everybody's trying to grind out each possession. Like, that's a mindset that you have to have, that make or miss, get the ball out, and we gone.
I think it scored 130.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Playoffs.
in a playoff game.
It's fun to watch.
And
fun to watch, man.
And if you score on them, they don't care.
Nope.
Like if you score on them, their entire bench, I was lucky to sit there, push, like literally as soon as that ball's in the bucket, that thing's coming back the other way.
And if you can do that consistently all game long, it's like,
Just wears you out. I feel like it would be.
It can, but if there's a team that's built for it, is OKC. Man, I appreciate y'all.
And you would like to make a prediction for the finals. We appreciate you doing that.
Who you predicting?
Me, Pacers in 6.
You think so?
Pacers in 6.
Okay.
AJ?
Pacers in 6, bro. Yeah.
Connor?
Thunder in 5.
Disgusting. Ty?
Pacers 7.
Love that. Tone?
Same.
Chris?
Do y'all contractually have to say that?
I said, what are you talking about? I said Thunder.
No, he said Pacers.
I don't know. Do we want our food to get spinning? Then we go out to eat?
I had Thunder in 5.
He said Thunder in 5. Quick series, he said, actually. Your prediction, Chris Paul,
It's going to be a good series.
7 games.
You think?
That's what you just said.
Good
I said
series.
it's going to be a good series.
6 games, he says.
Okay.
Great series would be 7.
Yeah.
Got it.
Smart.
Anything else? Who has more talent?
You know what's funny, honestly, and I'll tell you this, it's cool for guys to get their predictions and all that stuff like that. But I always say this, I play. Like, I still play.
Isn't it so stupid, the predictions thing? How are you supposed to know?
No, it ain't even that. It's just that the way that I'm like built and orchestrated, it's hard for me to fool with you after I've seen you say that you think somebody else is going to win. That's
Yeah, because
me.
you have no idea what's going to happen, first of all. We don't. When we make predictions, people care so much. If you were to give a prediction right there, Chris Paul hates the Pacers.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been immediately.